I didn't disappear because my life was perfect. I disappeared because it wasn't. And then I started realizing that the only way I could find to block out the noise and to finally start building my dream life was by going ghost and disappear. Hi, beautiful ladies. My name is Gracia, and this is my son, my beloved Hunter, but I call him Hunter Rooney. He's my love. Mwah. And if you're new to this channel, which you probably are because this is my second video, consistent queen, welcome to the channel. In this channel, we're gonna be growing with grace, building our dream lives from the ground up in real time together. I've been off social media for a little while now, and I want to come on here and share my story and hopefully help or inspire women out there. I want to share my story and tell you why I did it, not from a place of I'm advanced and I know better, but from a place of someone that's just actively walking in it and who wants to help someone that's in the same path. Social media was stopping me from becoming the woman that God was calling me to be. It was stopping me from reaching my full potential, and I know that a lot of you out there are feeling the same way. I had to make difficult decisions in order for me to advance into my growth, into my inner work. And if you feel like you've been called to also delete these distractions, whether it's social media or anything else that's really making you feel connected yet so disconnected to your purpose, I think you need to stick around in this video and let's have a little girls chat because there is a lot to unpack here. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's get into why I deleted social media and went ghost briefly. Before deleting everything, I was doom scrolling like it was my full-time job, girl, minus the pay. It was actually ridiculous. Like, I was spending my days doom scrolling, watching other women my age or younger build their dream lives, and I was watching them sitting in the sideline benching, and I wasn't even watching them from a place of jealousy. I was watching them from a place of like, oh gosh, I really do feel like I could do this too. I have the talent. God has given me the talent. He has blessed me with so many talents. What are you doing, Gracia? Wake up. What are you doing? You're sitting in the sideline, you're benching, but you could be playing in the same court as these women. You could be playing with them. You could be friends with these women. You could exchange, you could walk in the same spaces as them. And my potential was telling me like, come on girl, you are sleeping on your talent. But my physical, like my outside was just so lazy and just like, oh, I was not ready to just, and I was just stuck in this loop of like, I'm not good enough, but I know that I could be good enough, but look at this girl, she did it, but I didn't do it. Look at my life, it sucks. And then social media started becoming a place that no longer felt fun for me. I was just a consumer. I was consuming more than I was creating, and social media was constantly reminding me that I hated my life. It's so sad to say, but it's the truth. I was constantly being reminded that my life sucked in my own standard, and I didn't like that feeling anymore. I wanted to stop being a consumer. I wanted to be a creator. I want to be like God as much as I possibly can. I strive to be better and to look like him as much as I can, and he's a creator. He is the ultimate content creator, and I wanted to stop being lazy. I wanted to stop watching other people live my dream life and be me just standing in the sideline dreaming. I wanted to live in God's image and create. So right before I deleted social media, I started having these little symptoms that were kind of speaking to me and telling me that I needed to get away from it. And you might even have these too and not even realize that your body is trying to speak to you. If you're starting to feel more drained than amused, more unsettled, more disconnected, even while you're connecting to your phone, your body is trying to tell you something. Maybe it's time for a little cleanse, a little detox, a little rehab perhaps. I'm a Gen Z, so I love social media. I used to be doom scrolling, like I said. I knew every TikTok, all of that, so it didn't happen overnight. It started gradually, and I remember that when I opened my digital business, that's when it started really bothering me more because I was wasting so much time doom scrolling instead of creating new products. I was wasting so much time comparing myself to other women instead of creating and building my business. And that's when it started bothering me. And it was mainly on TikTok because I was still making that excuse for Instagram that, oh, Instagram is for connection to other people. I'm connecting with other people on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But on TikTok, that's where I was really doom scrolling, and also I didn't have a platform on there, so I was just really a ghost account. And so at first I put a time limit on my TikTok and Instagram. but it wasn't enough, especially for TikTok. I just was doom scrolling. Whenever it would tell me, you've reached your 45 minutes limit, ignore limit, give me more time, let's go. I did not care. Like, I did not care. I was just like, no. And then when I started realizing, I was like, hey, the time limit is not working. Like, we need to delete it. We need to delete the whole thing. And so I deleted TikTok. It was pretty easy for TikTok just because, like I said, I was ghost. But it was more Instagram that was really the struggle for me, because I had the excuse of like, oh, but every time I travel, I meet friends. They're on social media, they're on Instagram. I have so many connections on there. My friends, my this, my that. So it was really, the real battle started with Instagram. Instagram was like, oh, it was really hard. One symptom that I started feeling is I started feeling the urge to unfollow, like to do a mass unfollowing on my Instagram. And also not only me unfollowing them, but like them unfollowing me as well. Because not only did I no longer want to follow some people because it didn't align anymore, but I also didn't want them to follow me, to have their spirit or their energy hovering over my new chapter, my new identity. And so I went on an unfollowing spree. I unfollowed so many people. I was following so many random people, girls that you meet at the bathroom at the club once, and then you feel so bad to unfollow her. You actually watch her life unfold on Instagram. Like, she had a kid last year. Oh my gosh, she got married. Yeah, that girl that I met at the club 5 years ago. Come on, unfollow her. So I unfollowed all these people, also people that I no longer align with. And guess what? It wasn't enough. I still felt empty inside. I still felt hungry for more. I still felt like I needed to do more. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? There was also so many people from my bottle service years, because as some of you may or may not know, I used to be a bottle girl, and I was drinking every single weekend, doing lots of bad things. And I made friends during that era, naturally. And a lot of these friends are still in that era, and so following them on social media was really hard because I was seeing their posts, but I still felt bad, because I know them personally. These are people that if I see on the street, I will say hi to them, and I felt bad. I was like, oh gosh, what do I do? Like, do I unfollow them? So I muted them, and that even felt less aligned. It felt even less aligned. I was like, this doesn't feel good. I want to unfollow them fully, not just mute them. I want to live out my true identity with no apologies, without feeling fear of like, oh, what is she gonna say if I unfollow this girl? What is she gonna say if I bump into her outside? What am I gonna tell her? Because it's not personal, but she's not gonna understand. I would start spiraling in my mind, and that's when I knew that like the unfollowing spree, the muting spree just was not enough. I was thirsty for water, for like pure water, but I was literally chugging soda. It just wasn't enough. It was not quenching my thirst. The next thing I did was cleanse. I started cleaning up my feed. I started deleting all photos that no longer aligned with my new identity. I had so many. It took a minute. I started deleting all of it. My highlight reels, is that what you call them? Like those little highlights? So many, but I just couldn't feel satisfied. I didn't feel full. And the more I would do all of it, cleaning my followers list, my following list, my people that I would mute, my private story list, my photos. I was cleansing my Instagram, but I started slowly coming to the realization that it wasn't my Instagram that needed a cleanse, it was my soul. And also another thing that really put everything in perspective is I am an extrovert to the core. Like, I've been an extrovert my whole life. I've always thrived around people, being social, all that kind of stuff. And yet I was starting to long for solitude, which is something that I've never felt before. I've never felt that I would love to be alone. I don't know what that is. What is that? Alone. I don't know her. I don't know that word. And yet I was feeling that. I was like, ugh, Instagram drained me to that. I no longer want to see that story. I no longer want to see what's happening. Like, ugh, I was feeling this longing for solitude. And that's when I realized you need to go. You need to leave. And so I left. Allow me to share with you the benefits that I'm already seeing. I didn't tell you how long I've been TikTok and Instagram free. It's recent. But so is everything. Anyways, I stopped TikTok probably a little over a month ago, so maybe a month and a half ago. And what started as 10 days ended up being this long. And then Instagram, it was 2 weeks ago now. And let me tell you that I already see benefits. Like literally from the day that I closed TikTok, I saw benefits. And then when I closed Instagram, my world exploded. Benefit number one, I finally built up the courage to start YouTube. Listen, I've always known that I was meant to be in front of a camera, that I was meant to speak, that I was meant to use my extroversion to do something valuable with it. But I was using it in the wrong energy. I was putting that energy in the wrong places. On my Instagram, let's say I would post things that I wouldn't post anymore. And I'm not going to judge myself in my past because I was who I was for different reasons, and that's okay. But I was just posting things and using that energy, that talent that God had put inside of me, that talent to speak. And intelligence, I speak 4 languages. Like I'm someone I'm a speaker to the core. I'm an artist, and I was using those in the wrong places. And when I blocked out the noise, I started realizing that, oh my gosh, God has been literally telling me. Every time I read my Bible, there's like messages that pop out in my face telling me, you need to start YouTube. Like you need to start something that you are going to be able to build community and create something and inspire other women and get inspired by other women and just build this amazing thing. And I was postponing because there was so many outside noise that was blocking everything. When I tell you, when I closed Instagram and TikTok, especially Instagram, because that's where I had like a platform, everything shifted. Everything shifted, you guys. Everything shifted. I'll say it a third time because it is that important. I also had a lot of fears. I had fear of being perceived and fear of being seen failing, fear of being seen start from the bottom, and fear of being perceived by the people that knew the old me, and then they would be like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? Like, she's not like that. She's a bottle girl. What is she doing? That she's lying. I had all those fears. And when I tell you, when I deleted Instagram, everything just kind of, let go. Because if you can't see it, it doesn't exist. So I deleted Instagram. All those people from my past life, I can't see them anymore because I don't see them on an everyday basis. So if I don't have Instagram anymore, I no longer see them. So they don't exist anymore. That's how my brain worked, and it just deleted it. And then I was like, you know what? Nothing is stopping me anymore. I get to start YouTube. And you know what? I don't care whether they find the channel or not. I'm not even going to be able to perceive it, how they think of it, because there's no Instagram involved. I'm not even promoting this channel on any other platforms. It will find the people that are meant to find my channel will find it by the grace of God. I genuinely, truly, strongly believe in that. And so when I deleted it, it confirmed that I was ready to start YouTube. And I am so happy. The second benefit is probably one of my favorite as well. My creativity quadrupled. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, quadrupled. Fun fact, my first language is French, so I might like mispronounce words, but you know what? I speak 4 languages. That's my excuse. So my creativity exploded. And so I realized that I was using that creativity, that the life force that is used for creativity, I was using it and wasting it rather on comparison, on doom scrolling, on watching other people create. Comparing takes creativity. You're like, I'm like this, they're like that, and then you create scenarios, you create false narratives in your mind. And then you use your creativity, life force, on those other sources, and on those other places. And it's not good at all. And when I stopped doing that, I saw my creativity transform into something that I'd never seen before. I literally am Picasso. When I create my digital products, I feel I could create back-to-back multiple products. I used to be able to create 1, 2, 3 max a day. Now I can do 10. I can do 14 in a day because I'm just so creative, and everything just feels so aligned. So that was a huge plus for me as well. Another underrated benefit is literally you have no distractions. Whatever's happening in pop culture, I couldn't care less. I don't know what's happening. Pop culture, I don't know her. She could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this pop culture. Like, I'm saying that while quoting TikToks. That's rich. But hear me out. I used to be on TikTok. So I still know the old trends. But what's happening right now, I don't know. I don't know them. I really don't. I don't know anything that happens in pop culture anymore. Celebrity drama, Love Island drama, reality TV drama, all that stuff that could derail me from my purpose, they are no longer a factor. So let's say I'm working and then I open my phone and I see this so and so broke up. Work. I just want to see real quick, and then boom, it breaks your workflow. I no longer have those things. I no longer felt the need to keep up with whatever's happening with Olandria and Nick Olandria, and I love them, by the way, but I no longer wanted to know what was happening with them because they were derailing. They're living their June lives. They're dreaming. They are living their June lives. So is me watching them gonna change something about my June life? If the answer is no, cut it out. So I cut it out. And who says no pop culture distraction also says more time. So that leads me to the next benefit, which is my time doubled. Instead of doom scrolling when I'm in the toilet, now I get to read my book or do Duolingo so that I can practice the languages that I speak, do things that are valuable, just pray, literally pray. I used to tell myself like, oh, how do people do to read books? How do they find the time to read books with work, with taking care of the dog, with cleaning your apartment, with all of that? But I realized that it's the small things. Reading a book a month is easy to do when you have nice systems. So now I started reading one book a month, but obviously I want to get to a next level where I can do 2, 3 a month, but listen, one step at a time. So reading one book a month is essentially just reading 10 pages a day. It's not actually that much. And when you're in the toilet doing number 2, and you know you're going to take a while, instead of grabbing your phone and scrolling what's happening on Love Island, you can read literally already 2 to 3 pages. You already did more than half of the 10 pages that you had to read. You find yourself actually reading a book a month so easily. And that worked better for me than actually telling myself, okay, read at the end of your day for 10 minutes. No, now I read whenever I can. And by the end of the day, I no longer need to schedule a time to read because I've read the 10 pages, if not more. So then if I have time, I can read, but I will read more than 10 pages. So it's just kind of like a bonus. So it allowed me to create so much time for myself for those other things that I wanted to include in my life, included my habits. Reading was a huge part of it. Duolingo was a huge part of it because I am learning my 5th language right now. I'm currently learning Greek. Milao Elenika. So it's really important for me to maintain that. And so when you're doom scrolling and on social media all the time, you only have time for social media and then work and then cooking and then taking care of your dog. I realized that I can free up that time and actually, I get excited just telling you about it because that is how much life-changing it has been for me. The last benefit I want to share is that I feel much more alive, not less. A lot of people think that being off social media makes you like a ghost, makes you invisible. In my humble opinion, it's the opposite. It's the contrary. I live only for myself, not in a selfish kind of way, but in the sense of like, I cook a nice quinoa bowl for breakfast. I'm super proud of it and I'll take a photo. I won't post it anywhere. I'll take a photo really for myself and I'm gonna be like, ooh, that was nice. And I could send it, let's say, to a friend or to a loved one. And it makes me feel better than curating it and putting it on my Instagram story and then finding the right caption and then seeing if that one person saw it. And you turn this beautiful moment into an anxiety. That's not fun. And so I feel so much more alive and so much more seen by the Almighty, first of all. And I feel that I can hear him better. I feel that I connect with him better. Because I think it's Myron Golden that said that in one of his videos. I've heard him say something along the lines of, doubt is created through the eyes and faith is created through the ears. And so I close my eyes. When you close your social media, you essentially close your eyes that connect you to, social media. And I close my eyes, and now my ears are much more open, and I am more open to hearing him. I'm more open to feeling him. My spiritual eye and my spiritual ear is opening more and more. I'm obviously still not to that place yet, but I'm not where I was. That's for sure. I used to look for that feeling of feeling alive in those places, social media, validation from people that are not important. But when I started realizing that the only validation I need was from him, I started feeling more alive. I wake up in every morning and I give thanks for being alive. I feel so grateful that I am alive. I feel so, because I know that there's people that went to bed last night that did not wake up, and then I get to wake up once more to live my day and to live in my calling, to be obedient to him. How can I not be thankful? How can I not feel alive from that? And I don't think I would have reached that mental state with social media and all that noise around me. I don't think I would have done it. Really, I don't think so. So thank you, Lord, for allowing me not only to feel you better, to see you better, but to be here in this position where I get to share my truth with other women and hopefully help some of you guys see something, feel something. I feel blessed, truly. I feel rich. I'm still building my dream life as I'm speaking to you. I'm in the works right now, and it's such a rewarding journey. And for the first time in my entire life, I genuinely believe, I genuinely know that I'm going to get there. And if you feel the same way, if you also believe that you're going to get there, if you also know for a fact that you're going to get there, you need to join this tribe, because we're going to do it together. We're going to grow with grace together. We're going to elevate each other. So girl, if you enjoyed this video and you want to know more and you want to embark in this amazing journey with me, you know what to do. Until I see you the next time, keep growing with grace.